Hi everyone, welcome to Torah on Demand. I'm Rabbi Yael Ridberg. In the 20 generations that the Torah imagines have passed since the first humans encountered the world, there's been deception, shame, pain, jealousy, murder, corruption, chaos, devastation, drunkenness, and arrogance as the backdrop for the divine search for human partners who understand the challenge and blessing of being alive. When Parshat Lecha begins this week, we meet Avram, a man whom we know nothing about. He follows a divine command to leave everything that he has ever known and set out on a journey into the unknown of a future, characterized by prophecy of enslavement for 400 years on the way to the blessings of a promised land and a destiny secured. Perhaps Avram's ordinariness is meant to underscore that extraordinary opportunities are present for each of us to build a world beyond ourselves. What makes the prophecy so burdensome is that whatever joy Avram and Sarai experience in being told they will have children as numerous as the stars of the heavens and that they will inherit a promised land, they are also told that those rewards will come only after their progeny and future generations have been strangers, oppressed, and enslaved. As the sun sets, a deep darkness of sleep and dread descends on Avram. The divine voice he hears tells him not to be afraid, that God is with him even as the dream of his promise will be deferred. There must be slavery in order to experience freedom, darkness in order to appreciate light. It remains one of the greatest mysteries of the Torah, and perhaps really of life in general, that the way to get to the blessings we seek, we must often make our way through narrow straits and a valley of the darkest shadows. The stories, therefore, are helpful to the modern reader because we recognize that when we think we suffer from a case of terminal uniqueness, in other words, no one has ever suffered like we have, all we have to do is peel back the layers and layers of history to this story, and we see that, like it or not, suffering often precedes redemption. The Torah imagines that God hopes to heal the world of its ills by actively recruiting a human partner and a family to help. Through a relationship with historic destination, rituals to anchor spiritual identity, and the cultivation of blessing, Avraham and Sarah are the prototypes for encountering a world for which they could not have possibly prepared. The covenant made between God and these two people comes to life after the darkness of slavery in Egypt, and it is with the whole of the people of Israel. The promises made to Avram were made in the darkness, so that the light of the flaming torch that passed over the offerings could illuminate what sacrifices are necessary in order to achieve blessing and salvation. As we continue to reel from the impact of the attacks in Israel, the more than 200 hostages still being held in Gaza, and the uncertainty of war with Hamas, the darkness is still visible. For Israel to find its way into the light of the future, bravery, tenacity, compassion, and clarity of purpose are required. This future will also require covenant making, risk-taking, and ultimately blessing, so that the devastation, the grief, and the losses we face will ultimately be transformed for a better future. Thanks for joining me. Shabbat Shalom. See you next time.